Good morning, hey, hi, hello, and welcome to another Fiberific live craft and chat. I can't believe it's Thursday. Have you guys, like, this week has just gone, like, just, we're here. It's Thursday, and welcome to the chat. I wanted to say hello to Kathy, who was our first chat this morning that I saw, first cab off the rank. So thank you for jumping into the live chat really early. I'm just having a quick look through the chat. We've got Spanichick and Sally all here to mod for us today. So thank you to our mods for keeping it fun and tossing in the links when I just randomly say stuff. Good morning to Freaky Geek and Josephine, Sherry. Kim popped over yesterday. Yes, I saw. My new dog tried to eat her. He didn't. He did try to drag you off. You're right. But, you know, basically he's a kilo, so like 2 pounds. So he's tiny. Jackie's on a ferry. Yes. Jackie is on her way back home. Lucky that she is on her way when she is on her way. Things could be very different in a couple of days. Guys, it has been one of those weeks where I just feel like I've been chasing my tail. So I haven't gotten all that much sewing done for our, I had the hair in the wind thing going. Yeah, I got the air conditioning pumping and I washed my hair. So it's drying. So sorry about that if it's distracting. I don't like it near my face. I'm like, why didn't I put it back in ponytails? Honestly. But what I wanted to talk about is sometimes when we have these chaotic weeks where everything just comes crashing down on us, and it's really important, like important, to have something that is your go-to perk, like perk up, lift me up thing. And I've been finding a new thing that is good for that. I've been enjoying an app called Clubhouse. And I've been learning many YouTube things over there. So that's been really awesome. The advantage that I love about Clubhouse is it's all audio. So I can just have it on and listen while I'm packing orders or sewing or doing crocheting. Sorry about the aircon just thumping in right then. So it's one of these really great apps where you can listen to live conversations. It's kind of like a live stream, except it's like a live podcast. It's just really one of those really great fun things, and I've been learning a lot and having a lot of fun and meeting some really amazing people. One of the people I've met is a sewing lady who is just phenomenal. I didn't check to see if I could mention her name in a live stream, so I won't at this stage, but keep an eye on Instagram. I might be able to pop something over there after I talk to her. But anyway, I've been having a really great chat with her and just enjoying all sorts of things. Kim says Zoom with no video. Kind of like Zoom with no video. Anyone can come into the room unless it's a locked room. And you can just sort of sit there and listen. You can raise your hand if you've got a question, and you can go to the stage and ask your question or make your statement or whatever you want to do. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So I've been listening to that while I've been doing a lot of other things. One of the things I've had to get done this week, which I didn't realize I didn't have until I needed it, if that makes sense. So Crochet Guild of Australia have their retreat coming up. Lots of information coming out soon, so I don't know any more than what's already out there. But as an instructor, we were all contacted and asked to just double check our workshop information and make sure we've got good up-to-date photos. So I realized I didn't have photos, and then double realized I've used the thing that I was going to be making, because I thought I have plenty of time to make another one. So this week I spent time making a new beautiful Tunisian spa washcloth. So this is one of the workshops I'll be teaching at the Crochet Guild of Australia at their conference coming up in June. So that's exciting, and it feels so good, honestly. The other thing I'll be teaching is how to use a Turkish spindle. So it will be fun. It's entrelac, not entrelock. Entrelac. Actually, it may not even be entrelac, but that's how I say it. Sally says that was weird. The stream wouldn't start, was telling me the live was starting in 5 minutes, but I couldn't tell you had started already, so now you can see me. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here. Spanish Chick wants to come and do the entrelac class. Really, Kim? I'm awesome. Are you going to pick on the fact that there is a square in the middle that's the wrong way? Well, it's a different way. It's not the wrong way. But yeah, I really love this, and it was so fun to make, to the point where I went shopping. I went and hit Mean Mothers. I didn't hit Mean Mothers. I went visiting at the Mean Mothers Creations yarn store in Beenleigh just before they had to close down. And I picked up some more of the Finch cotton that I really like from there. It's a 10-ply cotton. And so I've got some more of that. So, you know, if I feel the urge, I can get crocheting. I've got my hooks and everything. I want to make another one to match so I can have one, because I love them and I love these colors. Kim says you should hit Mean Mothers because no one should be mean, especially mothers. Well, you know, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. So, yeah, Freaky Geek says, yes, refresh helps most of the problems. It does, especially in YouTube. If it's glitchy, if it's being naughty, a quick refresh is normally the first thing that you should try. So I madly got this done with some photos done, but I've got to redo the photos, so hopefully that's a tomorrow job. The other thing that I did get done, you ready for it? The first bag is ready, just about. I got a couple little things that I just want to fix up on it, but this is our first bag for the thing. I ended up picking a second zip because I wanted to have a second zip pocket, so you can put all your bits and bobs in there. And so I needed to choose a second zip. So I hope you guys approve of the second zip that I've chosen here, which is just a rainbow zip with the pink on it. Because it's too late if you don't. And then we've got our white rainbow zip that we all agreed to. I did add some little cork ends to it. And then inside is just a big open space to poke your yarn, get your knitting into your crochet. On the other side is just a pocket just to pop things into, scissors, what have you, so while you're doing it. So pretty. Oh, thank you guys. Knitspin Girls finally made it. Welcome to the chat. Good morning from Leanne and all the chat, just finishing her ads up. I know it's only cents, but hey, they'll be your cents. Thank you, Leanne. I really do appreciate that. One thing I wanted to say was I wanted to say a huge thank you to the Patreon members who are supporting Fiberific every month with their shout-out coffees and what have you that they're doing over there. It is making it amazingly easy to keep my tech gear updated. So I've been able to save up, and if I need new cords, if I need a new microphone, if I need anything new for the live stream, I've been able to utilize that Patreon money to help it, which is why we have such a good camera here, and we do have a good camera here if I turned it on today. We've got a great microphone, and we've got a good laptop that can pump all this together, and that's all a big thank you to the Patreon members. And that's right, Kim said, and skip the ads guilt-free if you're a Patreon member. So Sally's reminding us to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Sally. Now, I know that because this chat has been labeled sewing, or, you know, social stitches and things like that, we may not get as many viewers because everyone expects yarn, and I'm talking about a bag. So I totally get that. But we will be playing with yarn as well. Now, the second bag, this bag actually came out a lot bigger than I was anticipating. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be this big. This is a great size bag. This is the previous bag that we made. Right, this is our little Zen pouch next to the other bag. It's really different. I'm gonna drop to our top-down view so we can compare the pair. There we go. Oh, hello keyboard, I didn't realize you were in the shot. So this is a really great pouch for our tools and little tiny projects, and this is going to be, this Social Stitches pouch from Little Moo Designs is going to be great for our bigger projects. There we go. There, you can see inside it. I haven't stitched the bottom closed yet just because there's something I want to fix up, which I won't be pointing out. and I need to turn it back inside out so I can have a look at it. But yes, so this is our bag. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a good prize? I've got the yarn here as well, so I've got everything. So the winner will get to choose whether they want this bag or the stripes bag, stripes and dots, when it's finished, which hopefully is this weekend. So once they've chosen their bag, then they get to choose which one of these skeins of yarn they'd like, whether they want this beautiful frangipani or whether they want the double tiff. And so they get to choose which ones of those they want. So each prize, well, the prize, not each prize, the prize is one bag, one skein of yarn, a packet of blinglets, and a packet of this. I've just realized something. Autofocus is on, so just let me fix this for everybody. Configure the video. We don't like autofocus, we don't like auto exposure. There we go. We want to drop the focus point down a little. Sorry. There we go. Apply and okay. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm much happier now. Sorry, guys. So we do have our quick lock stitch markers. So there are the little sheeps that I love the most from Clover. We've got my blinglets. So if you're a knitter or a crocheter, knitters can use both. Crocheters can only use the Clover. Unfortunately, the blinglets are not good for crocheters. So something I needed to point out, and I need to make this very clear, and I'll make it very, very clear in the Instagram post as well, is I am... Hang on, I'm going to be very serious. I am a beginner sewer, okay? These bags are not perfect. I need you guys to understand that. I need you to understand that my rows of stitching may not be perfectly straight, that my little square tabs may not be perfectly aligned, and it's because I'm a beginner sewer. And just like beginner knitters and beginner crocheters and beginner spinners, we all have to start somewhere. But I'm so excited about these that even though I'm a beginner, I think they're still going to be useful. So they're still fairly solid, okay? But I need you to know they're beginner projects, all right? So, yeah, I just needed to be real clear on the beginner project. Lindsay Chateau found her missing blinglet. Oh, Lindsay, your ode to Lost Blinglet was amazing. If you haven't seen it, Lindsay put a post up over on the Fun Zone, and it was called An Ode to a Lost Blinglet, and it was amazing. And I read it to my husband. He thought it was hilarious. It was so, so funny. I'm just scrolling back in the chat because while I was being very serious at the camera, the chat moved. Okay. You can use the blinglets if you have those light bulb stitch markers. You can. If you have some sort of like little clip or even one of these, you can attach it, you can slip your blinglet on and then attach your stitch marker. I kind of don't see the point personally, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But you can't use your blinglets in your crochet unless you want to permanently have blinglets in your project forever and ever. Amen. Wow. Why tell us what's wrong if we might not see it? No, it's, I don't know if you'll see it or not. I mean, I see it the second I look at it is the problem. For most part, I'm really happy with it. Actually, for all, I'm very happy with this bag. I'm really excited with how it looks. I'm excited with how it's come out. I love how all the colors are, but I just needed it to be clear that I'm not a professional bag maker, and you might, you know, if someone were to be pernickety, they would find things that they could be pernickety about. It's made with more love than a non-beginner would give it. Oh, wow. I'm just having a quick read through the chat. Turns out it was down in couch cushions, but not my couch. How does that work? I'm really curious about how that works. Doctor Who Blinglet Travels. Yeah, that's a bit like that, isn't it? So our other bag is going to be the same size. Its pocket on this side is going to be different because I wanted it to be different. Because I do want them to, I'm playing with the different things you can do to make the bag. So it's not just this exact thing, but different fabric. It's going to have some slight variations, all right? But same shape and stuff, zip, you know, pockets, that. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to have a sip of my beverage. My T2T with the air conditioner blowing as hard as it's blowing today. It's actually made my tea quite cold quite fast. So I'm just going to top it up with some hot. So what have you been working on? Let me know in the chat. I've made, what have I made this week? Well, I made the face washer. I made this a pretty thing. What else have I made? I made a bag. I have made some decisions. I made some dinner, and I ordered lunches. Oh dear. Yeah, this week I just trying to realize. That's the other thing I've made this week. This week of insanity. Have any of you heard of Project for Awesome? Let me know in the chat. Have you heard of Project for Awesome? Joss only has the ends left to sew in on her Dutch rose blanket. Oh my gosh, Joss, that's amazing. The Amish always put in at least one deliberate mistake in their quilts, as only God is perfect. That's an interesting take. Leanne says, hey, your hair looks really nice. Pull back like that. Is it your specs? Yeah, it is. It's my specs holding it back. Because it was, you know, blowing around and, you know, I need it down while it dries. I don't like putting my hair up before it's dry, and I washed my hair this morning. Just so you know, every aspect of my life. So Project for Awesome is this amazing charity live stream, and just straight charity that is run out of Missoula in Montana in the USA. So it's actually a charity that was started off by Hank and John Green. Those of you that are longtime followers of the channel know I'm a little bit, you know, obsessed with Hank and John Green. Love them a lot. Nearly fainted. Oh, my nose it's so itchy. I nearly fainted when I met Hank at VidCon last year. It was probably one of the most amazing things, and he's just real nice. He's just lovely, which is not at all shocking because he seems real nice on YouTube. So they've created this charity, and Hank and John do a lot of things for charity. They do a lot of things to educate people for free. So they run Complexly, which is an umbrella company over a whole pile of businesses, but including Crash Course and SciShow and all these really great education channels on YouTube. They also have Vlog Brothers. They've been here for a long time. They are legit OG on YouTube, and so they would definitely wanted to make a bigger impact. So they started this thing called Project for Awesome to decrease world suck. And what they do is they get charities to make videos like a why you should donate to this charity kind of little video. And they're normally the smaller charities that don't normally get access to some of the larger fundings that are available. And these are like clean water initiatives and clothing initiatives and just like across the board, all different kinds of charities. Now, one of the big charities that's close to the P4A heart is the Women's Hospice in Sierra Leone. So there was, I believe, like I may be wrong, but I believe there was not a single hospital meant for women and women's issues in Sierra Leone. And so they built one. Them and some health partners, but they built one, and so now they need to keep it running, and so they raise money every year for it, but then they also raise money for these charities. So if you go to the Project for Awesome, like the number 4, projectforawesome.com, you can check out the charity videos that are already up, and you can watch those videos, and then the top 10, so you need to like your favorites. The top 10 get their request from Project for Awesome. And sometimes if the funding goes really, really well, a few more do as well. So it's amazing the charities that get funded out of this. It's so good. Now, why I'm so excited about it this year is one of the ways that you can fund these charities is not just a straight cash donation, but you can buy perks. So once the charity stream starts on the 12th US time zone, so probably Saturday sometime for us here in Australia, all these perks become available, and you can get signed things from different YouTubers. You can get a whole pile of Australian YouTubers have banded together under Chopper has gotten us all together, and we've all made little perk donations. So when the Australian section of the live stream happens, which I'm not 100% certain when that is, but I think it's like Saturday night for us, I will definitely link it out there into the ether when I know. But I have donated 5 hand-dyed skeins of yarn in a custom exclusive colorway for Project for Awesome, and I cannot show you yet. I'm not allowed because they will be released on the night of the Australian live stream. But if you want to go and A, get your hands on a custom colorway I'm not going to redo, and B, help out an amazing charity, this is a really good way to do it. So I really wanted to share that with you. I love Project for Awesome. I've watched the streams for years, and it's just amazing. It's not an auction, so you will see how much something's worth and you can just buy it, and it's first in, first serve. And there's so many different things that you will likely get something that you like, okay? But you can just make a straight cash donation as well. So, but that's like so many things are donated, but you just literally click the perk that you would like to purchase, put in your, I'm not sure if it accepts PayPal or if you need to use a credit card. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you would need to go and check. And then you make your donation that way. And then sometimes it takes a little while for the perks to get shipped out. But I know that for my perks, I'll get them shipped out as soon as I get the information from Project for Awesome. So I'm very excited and so happy to be able to be part of it, even in just this small way. But yeah, I can't wait till you guys see the yarn. I love it. I think I'm just double checking. Nope, I moved it. Good. I realized, hang on a second, it was over here earlier today. I have moved it. So I got it out of the shot. So yeah, so you will want to see it. Do you have any questions for me? Throw them in the chat. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'm just going to drink some tea. Speaking of tea, this is a face cam mug. Do you guys remember before the Patreon helped me upgrade my camera? Do you remember when the face cam used to go off every 30 minutes and we'd end up with the black box of doom? And then I made the face cam mug. Well, we don't have that problem anymore, and it looks a little, what's the best way to describe it? Weird? I don't know. On my Redbubble store. So I'm going to be removing the face cam mug from Redbubble on Monday. So if you want to get in and get one of these great cups before I remove it from the store, then you should probably get your order in ASAP. Just saying. Just saying. Also, Redbubble does do this thing, which I think is fantastic. If you order more than one thing, like say you order multiple mugs, so you like my mug, but you like another artist's mug, and you like something else, you actually get a discount. You don't need to buy like 4 of this mug. You could buy 2. Well, it's you start your discounts at 2. Thank you, Kim. Obsolete's the word. Yes, my poor cup. My poor face cam, obsolete. But yeah, you start getting a discount at 2. So if you want stickers, right, and you want, like, you can go through and choose from the entire array of Redbubble, you'll get your discounts based on just the number of sticker types. So yeah, you should check that out as well. So Redbubble is great, and this mug is awesome, and I'm going to keep using it. It may be obsolete, but I love my mug, and I'm going to keep using it. I will continue to use the other mugs that aren't obsolete. But yeah, Kim has written, but start here and linked in Redbubble. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. So yeah, it is a bit of fun. Limited edition. See, that sounds so much nicer than obsolete knit spin girl. It does. It sounds so much nicer. Oh dear. Okay. I could just sit here drinking tea, chatting. I mean, we know I can do it. I've done it. There's been times. But I have some really cute yarn here that I bought from Mean Mothers that I want to play with. But I can't... Oh, I just swap that off. Seriously, before live stream started, it's dry now. I went to take a sip of water out of my cup. I had the little, you know, sippy bit on the top, which I don't have now. It is water. It's legit water. It's not gin or what else is white? Vodka. Clear, not white. Anyway, I went to take a sip and the little mouth thing was just off and it just covered in water. That's one of the reasons why the air conditioning was pumping so hard as well, was to dry my shirt. So now that it's dry, I can share. But before, I couldn't share because I was just so like, oh my God, I don't want to draw attention to the big splotches of water all over me. Oh, it's not Moscato. It's not vodka. I'm definitely sure Petro. I'm definitely sure. No, look, I'll be really honest. I'm not going to make this one exactly. I'm thinking I will just do some Tunisian. But just some like simple stitch or something. One of the things I love about Tunisian crochet is that it just creates a really nice washcloth. Like, I mean, this particular thing here, I'm teaching it as a washcloth, but with how it's made, you can totally turn it into a blanket easily, right? So I love Tunisian crochet and it is fun. You should do a 3-color simple stitch. Look, that'd be great, but I do only have 2 colors. I have 2 balls of each of those, but I only have 2 colors. When is the class? So Petro, I am one of the instructors for the Crochet Guild of Australia that's happening in June. Excuse me. So keep an eye on the Crochet Guild of Australia's website and their Instagram and their Facebook. They will be releasing information very soon about which classes and instructors will be happening. But that is that class. I'll be teaching a beginner knitters class at the Yarn Bowl coming up on the 6th. I want to say the 6th of March, but I believe that class is sold out already. Knit Spin Girl says, I remember doing that class with you at a camp. Absolutely, that's right. But that one we did the rounded corners. This one I've got square corners. So basically the same thing, but I decided I wanted to play with the square corners. So at the thing I'll teach both methods so people can decide what they want. 7th if it's the Sunday. Thank you, Spanichick. Thank you. And yeah, keep an eye out on the Crochet Guild of Australia's website. At the Fiberific retreat, I will not be teaching this class because I'm saving it for the Crochet Guild. So if you don't know about it's not beginner's Tunisian. It is a Tunisian entrelac technique, but as long as you can already crochet, you'll be fine, if that makes sense, because it's not scary and it totally uses a standard hook. I made that one with my red hook of redness, so I actually made that with this hook here. So it's Tunisian with a standard hook, which is really nice, because that's my one peeve at the Tunisian hooks is I like a grip hook and you can't do it with Tunisian hooks. Kim's asking, are there classes at the Fiberific retreat? There are not classes at the Fiberific retreat, but if you guys wanted me to run through something with you impromptu like, I could possibly do something. We're going to be there for a couple of days, you know. I could totes see me drinking wine and going, let's just do some crochet, you know. Yeah, it just sounds scary. It's not scary. It's if you can crochet already, it's nothing different than what you've already done. If you are teaching Kim, then yes, there are classes. So it's not going to be a class. It might be just a thing. So retreat. Yes. So retreat is happening on the, oh gosh, I can't even think. Is it the 24th of April it starts? 24th, 25th? That weekend, we have the Fiberific retreat. We still have 5 spaces available if you want to come along and join in the fun at Stacey's at the Gap. We're going to be sitting around, crafting, chatting. Everyone has heaps of space. Kim saying the 23rd. Thank you, Kim. We've all got heaps of space. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And so it's a Friday to the Sunday, 23rd to the 25th. Thank you, Talia. Thank you, Kim and Josephine. I'm glad you guys are on it. My brain just goes Anzac Day, a long weekend. That does not help when you're trying to specify dates. Okay? It doesn't. It just doesn't help me. Kim says I'm going to be drinking mostly. We know. Yeah, we're prepared. So, I will be imbibing on occasion, but I tend to be a, like, it's old school, I know, but I tend not to drink until, like, after hours, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Should I A, knit, B, crochet, C, sew, or D, cricket? I don't know. You can do whatever you want. The advantage is we all have a big table, so we can each of us, because we do need to social distance at this event. This venue likes us all to social distance. Everyone gets their own work table. Okay, so, and they're all like pushed together in little groups and stuff, but we're all still social distance enough to be safe. But it means you've got plenty of room to work on a big blanket project, especially if you don't want the blanket on your lap, you can leave it on the table. I'm seriously considering bringing my queen to work on. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Do you think I should bring my queen to work on? So, are you judging my 8 a.m. Moscatos? I am not judging your 8 a.m. Moscatos. I think if I had been in your shoes, I too would have had 8 a.m. Moscatos. Petro says, I was taught that if you drink before 6 p.m, you might be considered AA. Look, that's true, but it's 6 p.m. somewhere around the world, isn't it? I'm not sure how much stuff I can fit in my car if I have to bring you home, Sally. Sally's thinking of bringing her queen. The other thing is, Kim, you can always probably load a thing or two into my car. You know, just throwing that out there. Will it be too hot for the queen? It's starting to cool down by April, usually, and we'll be able to put the bulk of it on a table so you can have the breeze from under the table regulating you a little. So that is my hope. Petro's asking if there's spaces for the retreat. Yes, there are. So if you send me a message on Facebook, I will send you out a form, and that'll have all the information. You can decide from there. Joss hasn't planned any projects for a retreat yet. I can't believe I am planning projects for a retreat, honestly, because it is February, and it is the retreat is in April, which sounds far away, but it's really not. Spanichick says, or just leave my stuff there because I keep threatening Leonie with that. I mean, you could do that. You could be all like, Leonie, there's no room in my car. Can I leave all the things here? But then you're not going to be able to use them. So, Petro says, I may have finished moving by then, moving closer to me. Oh, awesome. If you do decide that you want to come, you will need to let me know and get your deposit paid. Talia says, it's fine. I have been. Sorry? I think I've missed something. Gamer Widows is keeping very close on the news. I understand that. So we've got a few interstate travelers coming as well. So those that are coming interstate, keep an eye out. Let me know what's going on and we can make arrangements. So, yeah. I've got to move some things around because I've, like, in showing, like, the yarn and the prize, like, the table's just, like, trashed. Oh, sorry, Talia, you've been planning your projects too. Yes, okay, I understand now. Thank you for clarifying for me. So I'm thinking I'm going to need a Tunisian hook, which I left in the house. So I think my hook set's just over here. So I'm just gonna, I'll be back. So be right back. Chat amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a second. We're back. Okay, so let's start by moving the tea out of the shot and moving the prizes. Okay, alrighty, my keyboard's in the way. I don't like it there. There we go. Let's see if it stays there. Alright, so I like a 4.5 or a 5 for this particular yarn. Oops. Key is necessary. Alrighty. So let's change over. So changing these over is exactly the same as changing over our interchangeable needles from Chaogu. Okay. I'll pop that one there. And I'm just putting the smallest cable on it because I'm not planning on making anything massive or huge. So I hold down here, like on the metal, and twist from the cable, all right? But not too hard. I don't want to break anything. I just want it there. And then I just pop a little end cap on the end so the stitches don't just disappear. And then tighten that on as well. There we go. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. Something I probably should have gotten ready before we started. Okay, I might just leave that there. All right. I'm just gonna do a simple stitch. Simple stitch. Oh yeah, I think just a simple stitch would be good. In my brain, I'll have to confess, but in my brain, I'm like, oh yeah, simple stitch would be nice. And quite often what I'm doing, because the Tunisian stitches are named things like simple stitch. And so sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, you know, it's actually got a proper name and I have to remember them. So I've just got, this is going to be annoying. So I'm just going to pop my case over here so that it's not like doing that the whole time, hopefully. So I'm just going to chain. Let's use our glasses. So yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of Tunisian here. Did you guys want me to zoom the camera in, or are you guys just happy to chat and just sort of get an overview? The mouse pad, yeah, the mouse pad would be better, I think, but it's just, it is a distracting image. So if you guys are happy for me to pull the mouse pad in, then I'm happy to use it. So let me know if you guys want to see more of what I'm doing here, I can zoom the camera in a dash. Overview is fine. Okay, cool. I'm not counting here. I should possibly be counting. Funny how you knife hold. I look, yeah, it's a bit alien for me because I can't, well, some people can. I can't go underneath. But so I knife hold for Tunisian crochet, and I knife hold when I'm doing big crochet, because normally when I'm crocheting and I'm just using a standard hook, right, I crochet like this and actually use my fingers and crochet like that, right? When I'm Tunisian crocheting, I don't. Oh, okay, I'll bring in the mouse pad because it will be easier to use. Alright, it's currently got all my water bottles and stuff on it, so just give me a little second to rejiggery. So I love this artist, Anthony Cristo, and he sells his art on like these massive mouse pads. So I do tend to, every now and again, every couple of years, I buy a new one. But I am just chaining right now. You're right. But it's like my brain goes, you're Tunisianing. And so I knife hold for that. Sorry, I have a hand hold. Because my brain just doesn't deal with it. I can probably pull this back just a little. Hang on. There we go. The end's doing its thing. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. What are the chances that I just got 30 straight up? So this is pen hold, okay, where your hand is underneath. It's like you're holding a pen or a pencil. And then knife hold is when you go your hand over the top and you control it like this. So that's your knife hold, that's your pen hold. There are other ways to do it. This is just, you know, this is just how I do it, okay? Why does it matter? It's Tunisian simple stitch. Who cares? Yes, you're right. No one cares. No one cares. Hang on, I've just got to... Once I've got it, it's one of these things that I don't Tunisian enough to feel confident to not look at it while I'm working, so I am sorry about that. So we go in, we pick up all our stitches, and we'll get 30 at the end. Do you work into the bumps? I don't usually, no, not for Tunisian. When I'm doing standard crochet, I tend to work into the back bumps, but it's a personal preference. If I was making something that needed to be, see, I'm making something for me that's just going to go through the washing machine, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to go to the extra effort of working through the back bumps. If you're making a gift or something for somebody else, working into the back bumps creates a matching V that you get when you finish off, okay? So, so see how you have this V when you do your single crochets around the edge. If you work into the back bump when you're very first starting, the bottom will also look like that. So yeah, it's a personal preference. There's no right or wrong with it. It just depends on what you want. If I'm sticking a border on something, I don't bother. Oh yeah, Spanish Chick just says, won't matter if you're adding a border. And I tend to work in 2 colors and then add borders. It's just what I like to do. But we're all making our own craft here. So you do it how you want to do it. You think about your end that you want to come to, and then you do that from there. So I'm just going to change the name of our live stream a little bit if I can. Can I do that? Can I edit? Let me look. I should be able to edit. There we go. Edit. I'll I'm just going to add in some words here. Tunisian, if I can type. And save. There we go. It makes it a bit more appropriate for what we're doing because it makes no sense. Now I'm going to need to go do some chain from Lisa. So I don't know. Look, I'll see if you can see. All right. So just bear with while I have a look here. Okay. So I'm going to lift it right up like a weirdo to get you nice and close. When you do normal or usual, you just go into the top loop here. Okay. When you work into the back bump, you flip it over and see how you can see that little row of ridges there? You work into one of those. Okay? So, yeah. It's one of these things. I just realized I'm totally like leaning forward. All right. So, just keep loading the things. So, we have a first pass and then we have a second pass on each row. Okay. Each crochet chain is made up of three strands. You have your top, your bottom, and your back bump. Okay. All right. I always struggle getting through the last one, honestly. Come on, little stitch, you can do it. In you go. I don't know why I tie it so tight. I just do it every time too. Hang on. Kim says she uses a 6mm with DK, and that is my usual suggestion. I am a loose crocheter. I'm using a 5mm with worsted weight, but it depends on how you crochet. Like we all know, I crochet loosely. So I make allowances for that, and I know that what I do, it's the same when I knit loosely, so I use smaller needles and hooks. So the back bump is the same one you use when you do a crochet provisional cast on. Yeah, that's right. So then we yarn over. We've picked up all our stitches. There'll be 30 there. I'm not going to count them. There should be 30 there. There may not be. All right, and then I yarn over and draw through one loop, and that gives you your edge, and then yarn over, draw through two all the way to the end. Yarn over, draw through two all the way to the bottom of the jar, and that's will be our first row done. I'm so glad I put the mouse pad down, you guys. It's banging away here. I hope you can't hear it. Tap, tap, tapping. So when it comes to Tunisian hooks, there's so many different styles and lengths and shapes and all sorts of stuff. I struggle because I am usually a pen holder. Having a big long Tunisian hook, like, you know, the big long metal boy ones, I've got them. I don't like them. I find them to be too heavy. I definitely prefer a bamboo or a timber Tunisian hook. These clover ones are nice. This is the Tunisian T-spin set, so it's like an interchangeable set for Tunisian. My only issue that I have with these is quite often I Tunisian crochet face washes because I love Tunisian face washes. So they're never long, but the shortest cable is this. So I quite often will use a 9-inch Tunisian hook. So it is just bamboo all the way with a little ball on the end of it, like a little lump of bamboo, just to stop it going. But the advantage with this sets, oops, sorry, I've missed a little split a bit there. There we go. The advantage with the sets are if you want to make blankets or anything bigger, you just use a bigger cable, because unlike standard crochet, the length of your Tunisian is determined by how many stitches you can fit on your hook. Okay, so if you've only got this much here, you're not going to fit 100 stitches on there to work with, so you need longer cords. Okay, so to fit the number of stitches that you need. Petro says, I dislike metal ones. All my normal hooks are bamboo. Is this a Chow Goose set? It is here. I shall bring it on camera. This is the ChiaoGoo Tunisian hook set. You get some cables, you get hooks all the way from 3.5 mil up to 10 mil, nice and chunky. You get adapters, cable adapters, so that you can put your large tips onto your small cables. It is the same cables and interchangeable system as the interchangeable knitting needles. So if you have the needles, you can use the same red cable system. It's all the same. It's just been attached onto the end of a crochet hook instead of a needle. So it's really good. You also get like your little pouch of end stoppers and adapters and T-pins and all that sort of jazz. And funnily enough, you get these, but are these guys inline hooks? What's that one? That's a 4. Yeah, okay, all right, they're inline hooks, so they do work on this. I always like to check, because if you don't have it, if you have a tapered hook instead of an inline hook, it's not going to fit through the holes. So it's always worth checking out. But yeah, they're a great little set, honestly, and compact. And again, you go away, you've got everything that you need. And that's what I like about the sets. That's my favorite part of the sets. I just like take my hair off all the things. Spanish Chick says the Knitpro one has an adapter, so you can put a stopper on the end of the cable, end of the interchangeable, without having to use a cable. That is awesome. I like that idea, and I wish ChiaoGoo had that. But as far as I'm aware, I can't do that at this stage. I'll double check what's in the pack. Yeah, no, you can't do that with the Tunisian ones, the ChiaoGoo ones as yet. I'm sure they'll eventually bring out an adapter for it. Wouldn't that be amazing? So, it would be awesome. And that's the thing with ChiaoGoo, is they're constantly changing and fixing and adapting, and I love it. Have you got stock? I think I've got one pack over there. So you'd have to double check the website, but I believe I have one pack in stock. They are so good, as you can turn them into double-ended hooks, you can, but you need to buy the second hook. They don't come with 2 of the hooks in the set, and you can buy the second hooks. I do get them in on occasion. I don't keep them in stock like I do the interchangeables, but I can get them in, and I've got a couple of sizes here. And I could use the blue shorty cables. Oh, of course I could. I could stick on a little tiny blue shorty cable. Kim. Oh, yeah. Once I go inside, I'm totally adding my little blue shorties to this. Ah, for show. For show. Love that. Thank you. Get a list of... Well, actually, if you go to the ChiaoGoo website, like chiaogoo.com, they have a suggestions page. So if you've got anything that you want to suggest it, then go and add it in. So, oh, Kim's saying that it was Knit Spin Girls. Let me just scroll back. Could you use one of the teeny cables used for the flexible DPNs? Knit Spin Girls, you are MVP. I agree with Kim. Thank you, Kim, for pointing that out. I appreciate that. And absolutely you can, because the blue flexi cables have a small connector. These have a small connector, so you can totally use the little blue one. Oh, you've just changed my world. You might find that the cable, that the yarn snags on the extension. It shouldn't. Just like it shouldn't when you're knitting. Are you talking about if you connect the cables together, the little connectors? Then yeah, if that's what you mean. I agree with you. So I hadn't even thought of using those. My picture isn't as clear today, or is it just my end? Let me look here. I don't know, it looks pretty clear to me. What does everybody else think? Is it clear enough, or have I done something? I mean, I could well have done something. I am just going to zoom in just a dash. Brio Craft, bring in the zoom. Just a smidger. How's that? That's better. It's fine with Sally. Game Winner says my stupid watch just told me I've reached my step scale for the day. Nope, I'm carding fleece. I always find those watches funny with that. They just assume that you're swinging your arms. Like la 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 la, swinging my arms while I walk. Nice and clear for Freaky Geek. Actually, that's an excellent point. If you look at your little screen and hover around the bottom of the edges somewhere, you'll find a little cog. And when you click that cog, it'll tell you what you're watching it in. Like if it'll have 140, like 144 or like 470 or whatever it is, you can click that and change it to 1080 and then you'll get it super clear, because I am streaming in 1080, which is high definition. For those of you that don't know what 1080 is, but yeah, you can change it to whatever it is that you would like. Sometimes YouTube likes to be the boss of you. Bob Curran says mine is fine now, but it was fuzzy earlier and I had to refresh. I've just realized I wanted to change colors, but I did not. Chintamani is giving some instructions there for Android users. Thank you, Chintamani. Spanichick says 1080 so she looks good on the TV. Oh dear. I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I do know how I feel about it. I don't like it. Okay, so we have another personal preference when it comes to Tunisian. Some people like to just do the single through the end here. I personally prefer, if it's on an end, I personally prefer getting both. It's a bit fiddly. It's a bit of, especially with these stupid long nails. It's a bit fiddly, but it's definitely worth doing. You get a nice, strong, reinforced, neat edge. Okay, so on the first row I don't, but after that I like the two. What's Kim saying no to? Are you going to change on forward or back pass? Oh, you don't like two loops at the end. Oh, there you go. Okay. Kim has definite opinions about this. I personally prefer two loops at the end. It's your call. Oh, Kim likes to get a V edge. Well, because I'm going to be putting a border on it, I don't want the bulk in the edge. So I take it out. Oh, Petro says my nails look pretty. Thank you, Petro. They've done a bit of growing. Oh, no to going into one. Okay, cool. Yes. I don't like one. I like two. I don't like a bulky edge. I like a nice, neat, even edge that matches everything and makes it easy to put a border on. Because I always put a border on my crochet face washes. Because otherwise they stretch out of shape like crazy. Because I care for my crochet so much. Because I just go, it needs a wash. In the washing machine, peg it on the clothesline. Totes don't care, because it's going to come out of that, come out of the cover, get tossed in the bathroom, scrubby dub dub, then it's dirty again, and then it's time to get washed again. I do not block my face washes. Usually I do not put that much effort in. So yeah, it is just one of those things. So I was going to change colors after each, I was going to do a forward pass and a back pass, and then I was going to change colors, but I forgot. So I've got two rows of, or two sections of, the gray. I mean, I could just do two from here on in, because this is just for my cupboard, so it doesn't actually matter that much. Again, changing colors, there's places to do it. You can just change it right here on the end and pick up your next one, but it does mean your first side stitch is going to be grey. So if you don't want that there, so on the next level up where the pink's going to be, if you don't want that to be grey, you need to change your colour a dash earlier, okay? So I'm just going to pull back a little. So you would need to change colour now to draw through a pink loop, okay? But that's personal preference again. Oh, Petra's ironing is calling her. Oh, Well, have fun. Just trying to find the middle of the ball. Can't. It's totally gone. Hang on. I'm just going to go from the outside, which I hate when I'm doing projects on camera because then the yarn rolls around. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring the yarn through now. So see how I got a pink loop at the end instead? She needs an ironing press. I love my ironing press so much. I used it today already, believe it or not. Ah, thank you to the poor lady who had to sell hers and didn't want to, but I appreciate you selling it to me. All right. I'm going to have a drink. I need a yarn bowl. I could probably use a yarn bowl. Yeah. Just for live streaming. So there we go. Then we go through and we pick up all the rest again. And then just keep doing this over and over again. And I'm going to have a stripy Tunisian face washer. All the toys you never knew you needed. Yeah, Kim. Yeah. I'm so glad I managed to get a good one secondhand though, because the thought of buying a brand new one was, it put me off. I wasn't going to buy a new one. And then I saw that one come up and it was just like, I have to do this now, right now. I've definitely got to do it. Margaret, I just meant I made it to the live stream. Hey Margaret, welcome to the chat. So we've got lots of things. We're going to go through a little bit of what we talked about at the start again. So where are we at? We are at 11 o'clock. Okay, cool. All right. I wanted to know what you made. Oh, okay. All right. You're a shocker. You're an absolute shocker. All right. My hair's all over the place because I need my glasses for seeing my crochet, and I can't use it to keep my hair back out of my face. Oh dear. I have basically had my hair in my double, you know, my little double pigtails that I love. I've had it in that now constantly for like 2 weeks, right? Like just pulling it out to sleep and to wash it and then putting it back in, blah, blah, blah. Today is probably the first day in, I can't even remember how long, that I don't have my double piggies. And having the hair in my face is driving me insane. So, yeah. It is what it is, isn't it? I'm just thinking, I wonder if I've got any blue flexies in stock that I could just go and sell myself. You need a spare set for holding back. I do. Look, the reality is what I quite often do is use my sunglasses to hold my hair back while I have my other glasses for looking at things, and then switch them around. Like, so if I'm driving, then I can, you know, fix it that way. Somebody needs a haircut. I am tossing up what to do. Honestly, I've had short hair for a really long time, or variations of, you know, above the shoulders short hair for quite some time, and I'm tossing up whether or not just to grow it long again for a little while. So, you know, so while I decide, I'm just having to deal with it, which is annoying because it's not long enough for an actual single ponytail at the back yet. Or well, it is, but it's just this little tiny one, and I have all my fringe and everything fall out anyway. So yeah. You need it longer so you can ponytail or a haircut. Yes. Get your cuticle scissors and fix it yourself. What? What have I missed? Who's getting a... How's Louie me cutie doing? Seriously, I thought Abby was going to... Like, Abby was threatening to sell him last night. She was just like, he's so annoying. Now, she herself was particularly tired. She was so tired. She'd had a very big day. She'd been at school since 6:30 in the morning. Worked very hard, and you know, I had to keep Louie with me for a little while until he calmed right down, and then she sent me this text message from her bed. If Louie's being good, then he can come in. I think she missed her buddies, so luckily he was being good and he just went to sleep on us. So, but yeah, I think it was definitely a hard day for Abby yesterday with Louis being a terrorist. He was biting her and like just ripping up tissues and running, just constantly running from the living room to the kitchen and back, and then just constantly. It was just, he was so hypo yesterday, or hyper. And yeah, it was so, we don't know what happened. We don't know why this has happened because we don't want it to happen again. So we're like, what did he have? Did he eat something different? We don't know. He was also barking at Snowy, which is weird because he hasn't really barked much since he got here. All right, I need advice. Okay, everybody. Am I going to start doing little thin stripes of color with a chunky gray on the edge? Or am I going to do 2 lots of pink and 2 lots of, or 2 lots of grey? Do you know what I mean? Like make it match this thickness here, or have it at half. When he shakes his butt, he gets air and he loses his balance. He falls over all the time. It's so funny. And he binkies. He's got like little rabbit back feet, so he'll hop along nearly. And yeah, it's very funny watching him. He is a funny dog. He is so funny. He got an extra boost of life. He did. 2 grey, 1 pink, rinse and repeat. So you think that I should jump into the grey now and do 2 rows of grey? Is that what you're saying? Does anybody else agree with Kim? That's getting cold again. How old is he now? I think he's 14 weeks. We've had him for a week and a bit. Snowy's still not the biggest fan, but she's getting better. Spanner Chick, vote Kim, number 1. Or not. Or tell me your suggestions. But we are going to be doing stripes. So it's either 2 grey, 1 pink, 2 grey, 2 pink, or pink, grey, pink, grey, pink, grey for the rest of the way. Lindsay says, I'm not going up against Kim. She's got a spanner. Lisa says, you need a magic cup. Mine is still perfect. Well, my magic cup's holding my cold water right now. So, yeah. Also puppy cuddles. Yes. When he feels like it, he's very cute. Like we would try to out-opinion Kim. I think there's a theme happening here. I think there is. Yeah. I think Sally can't make decisions. Kim, she's our girl. Make 2, 1, 2 grey, pink, then the other 2 pink. What? Make 2, 1, 2 grey, 1 pink, the other 2 pink, 1. Oh, you want me to make it all like changing it up all the time? No, that's not happening. Have you met me? Oh dear. All right, I think we're gonna go with Kim. So 2 grey, 1 pink, and then we can make another one that's 2 pink, 1 grey. And yeah, look, there we go. Make 2 cloths. All right. What am I doing? I'm doing a second. No, what am I doing? I'm changing to grey. That's what I'm doing. Move it over to the grey one. Bam. And pull that a little. Get some tension happening there. Bring that over. Okay. Get out of the way. Pink things. It's a really nice pink. What do they call it? They call it lilac. It is a soft, I think of it as like an antique rose pink or something like that, but they call it lilac. Have any of you guys ever used the Fiddlesticks Finch before? I really like it. I really like it a lot. I think it's a great cotton and it's nice to use. It's soft. I mean, you know, I love Bendigo cotton as well. It's nothing better or worse than Bendigo. It works out dearer than Bendigo, at least from Mean Mothers anyway. I think, let me just check. I've got a docket in the bag. I can tell you how much per ball it was. They're $6 a ball. So $6 per 50 grams. So Bendigo is definitely works out to be better value. But Fiddlesticks has got some really pretty colours. Actually, because I rang up and phone ordered these in because I wanted to make sure I had enough for the other thing. When I got there, they've actually got another cotton, a Premier cotton. And I was just like, ooh, that looks nice. And it was like $4 something a ball. As a purple lover, I confirm that isn't lilac. Leanne's, do they have heaps of colours? They had quite a few colours. I know they're not open today because of the nightmare that's happening around their building. With the roof got re-roofed and now their whole store is covered in gross soot and dust and stuff. Luckily they covered everything with like sheets and everything. They knew the roof was coming off, so luckily they were able to sort that out. But still, what a mess. Hey John O'Brien, we've missed you. Well, you can't use... Did Red Heart have a cotton? Because you can't use acrylic for face washes, in my opinion. That's my opinion. You may fight me if you want, but I like cotton and bamboo for face washes. I don't even use a cotton acrylic blend for face washes, which is hard because you guys know how much I love cotton blend from Peyton's. So, could you, oh, where are we? And you like Nurturing Fibers as well. I like Nurturing Fibers. I think they do some beautiful stuff. And some pretty colours, interesting textures. There's a lot of good about Nurturing Fibers. You can get Nurturing Fibers from our friends at Good Loops. Alrighty, on to picking up. Did I miss a stitch? Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8. I have. So that's the end. So I need that there. That's all hinky dinky. Come here, you. Get all stabby, stabby, stabby. There we go. And no, hang on. I think I missed a stitch on the row before. Did I? Oh, I've got to count them now. I didn't count them before. Now I have to check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. I need to go through 2 loops at the end there. Not 1. I've got 29. I started off with 29. I've got 29 now. So I'm good. I'm okay. Everything's okay. Alright. Defo cotton for face washes. Yeah, good to know that you agree. In you go. There we go. John says I made a baby washcloth Tunisian from Eco Cotton from Good Loops. That would have been lovely. That would have been so nice. Sally said, so hubby just got home and is super excited about a new kayak that he won. That's awesome. Everything is awesome. Yes, it is, Kim. Everything is awesome. And I'm trying now. I've got that song stuck in my head and I'm trying not to hum it. I'm trying so hard not to hum it. Okay, so recap. For those of you that weren't here at the beginning of the stream, we had a show and tell of my, well, nearly completed bag number 1 for our Instagram competition that will be coming very soon. And then we had a talk about how insane my week has been, and that one of the things that I've done this week is, Kim says, if you weren't here, then why not? And then we had a discussion about some of the things I've been doing this week. So I have been making some things. So I finished up a sample for the Crochet Guild Tunisian washcloth, which is this one here. It's a Tunisian entrelac washcloth, which I'll be teaching at the Crochet Guild of Australia's conference in June. And also we were discussing the yarn that I've donated to Project for Awesome. so that there is some beautiful Pegasus sock yarn that will be in a custom undisclosed color that will be exclusive for Project for Awesome. So you'll be able to see that come up on their website once the live streams start up. There's a countdown timer on their website, so you'll know when the live stream starts up. John says, I'm chatting on my phone because I have a dozen Eco Cotton bonbons on my lap. I'm sorting a color palette for a temperature blanket. I've got a bag of bonbons. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. I could totally play with that too. I'm doing 2 rows of grey, right, Kim? Is that right? I don't even know what I'm doing. What's my name? Who am I? Why am I here? Working with this beautiful Finch cotton. It's so soft. I wasn't here because I was getting tech support from Steph, and that's okay. 2 grey, 1 pink. Thank you, Kim, for the clarification. And it makes such a squishy face washer, honestly. I also love Tunisian in this stitch because it's got the little ridges, right? See the little ridges that you get? I love that for makeup remover pads. I know you can buy disposable cotton ones, but I make up a bunch of these using up like scrappy leftovers of cotton and just toss them in the drawer in the bathroom, and I use them just like I would use the others, but instead of once I'm done tossing them in the bin, once I'm done I toss them in the laundry hamper so that they just go through the wash with the other face washes and towels and things like that. They get a little fluffy over time, whatever, and eventually they'll break down and, you know, they'll be less invasive to the environment than the ones that go into landfill. So yeah, I love teaching with cotton because even if a person only gets something small, generally ladies, okay, I am clarifying here, generally ladies, and it means that they can still use it to cleanse their face or, you know, have a scrub at something or whatever, even if it's just a little piece, even if it's something small. Bub said she wasn't here because she was chasing cows. Okay. I'm thinking of doing granny squares, 2 center rows, white or blue for snow or rain, then 2 rows for the low temperature, 2 rows for the high temperature, 1 square for each day. I like that idea, John. One of the issues that I have with those temperature blankets is the whole, like, I have to make an entire row of nightmare. And then they make a really weird shaped blanket because you tend to go narrower, but then they've got to be 356 rows long. How big, just out of curiosity, John, how big will your blanket end up being with 356 of these little squares? Because I love that idea. Cows were trying to take the washing off the clothesline. Really? I didn't know cows attacked washing? Goodness me. Troublemakers is what they are. Total troublemakers. So tomorrow, it's nail day, and I don't know what to do. I've enjoyed my bright ones. I'll tell you one thing I'm going to do, and it's going to upset the nail lady, is I want them a bit shorter. These have gotten a little too long for me to deal, and I'm not enjoying it. And I'm glad, like, my nails are naturally this long now, and I'm so proud of what I've been able to do by not having access to eat them because they're coated in plastic. But I'm really happy because my nails are this long, because, like, those of you that have been around know I'm a nail biter, and my nails were always very, very short. And this is my natural nail length now, but it's way too long. So, and I'm tossing up whether or not to keep going with the crazy fun colors of all the colors, or whether just to do 1 or 2 colors again. I haven't done 1 or 2 colors for a while. What do you guys think? Those of you that even care about my nails. I know, it's a very random discussion, isn't it? I just don't know. And what ends up happening, right, is I turn up And the lady says to me, what are we doing today? And I'm like, and it's kind of exactly what I end up saying at my hairdresser. She's like, what are we doing today? And I'm like, whatever you feel like. And then and that's how I end up with some fun colors and stuff like that. Because I literally mean whatever they feel like. French tips. I've never done the French tips. They've always looked a little too fancy for me. And I'm not fancy. And so I feel like a fancy faker if I went French tips. Come on, little thing. There you go. Hey, did you guys know that there is a new version of Texas Walker out with oh my god, I can't remember his first name. Padalecki from Supernatural. He plays Walker. And it's very fun. Yeah, apparently hairdressers hate it when you have no idea of what you want. Yeah, they do. They really do. You could do color tips though, so it's still bright and fun. Lisa needs a new Jared Padalecki. Thank you, Kathy. Jared Padalecki. It's not Dean, it's the other one. Freaky says, yeah, I saw 3 episodes. I didn't know that he was hitched and had kids. Yeah, I'm rewatching the original series, like with Chuck Norris, because I love Chuck Norris, old school. And he doesn't have kids in that, but he's also an older, like even way at the start, he's much older. So this is a very young Walker, so maybe he does have, I don't know. Have I done, I love gunmetal grey, so how about a full set of that? Have you done a full set in grey? I have not done a full set in grey. I have not done any grey, I don't think. That could be fun. Oh, that's Dean from Gilmore Girls. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so it's Sam from Supernatural. Now plays Walker Texas Ranger in the new Texas Ranger series. I think he does a good job. Okay, I got changed to the pink. Oh, I probably should have carried that. Whoops, lucky I'm going to put a border on it. No one's going to see that I didn't carry it properly. Next time I'll carry it better, maybe. Not. Unlikely. You're hoping, aren't you? Alright, change colours, bring the pink over, onto the pink, la 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 la, I'm onto the pink. I mean, I'm so worried about making sure this is right, but I'm going to stick a border on it so it actually doesn't matter that much. So, you know, whatevs. I'm probably adding work for myself that I don't need to be adding. Spanachik said that she has done French with grey or blue or pink tips. I saw that there was that lady who did a French tip with, like, it looked like a navy denim, but it was a really thin coloured tip, and it just, like, the tip was in the denim, and it just looked like she had dirty nails, honestly. Spanachik says you could do a matte grey and a chrome. Yeah, I could talk to her about that and find out. She's got like 11 billion different colours, honestly. I could probably ask for a particular Pantone colour shade of something and she could just turn around and, oh, this one right here, and just appear with the perfect colour. John says the last stitch always screws him up. Yeah, it's easy to do. You just got to keep an eye on it. And especially if you know the last one's going to be the one to bug you, just be prepared. Knitspin Girl says the one that I saw had dark blue tips and it looked like she'd been dyeing yarn without gloves. I think we must have seen the same one. It went around the interwebs. Sally said that Deb just got her nails done in Blurple. Ooh, that sounds amazing. I'll have to have a look at that. Kim's telling me to cricket Fiberific logos. I just saw that pop up on my screen here. Go under two loops, yeah. Something Valentine's Day or Easter related. Let me think. Well, yeah. I like the pastel rainbow. Like I've got a bright rainbowish or bright selection. Oh, Abby's got one of those galaxy lights in her room that has a blue, and the green and the orange and the pink all glow under UV. It's very bizarre. She was like, I've walked into her room and she was like, oh my God, Mum, stop. And I've stopped and I'm like, and she goes, your nails are glowing. I was like, that's so cool. Hot cross bun nails. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. You should go Blurple too, but with one white and a Fiberific logo. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you something, Kim. I watch you and Lynn cut really small, fine things on your crickets, but mine doesn't seem to do it. Like, I really struggle. Like, I tried to get like even this font. Oops, this one here. It's as fine as I could get it to work without it like ripping everything apart. So I'm obviously doing something wrong. I wish there was some sort of cricket camp or retreat that I could go to that would teach me some of these things, Kim. For those of you that don't know, Kim is running a cricket retreat in March. Unfortunately, it's the same weekend that I'm going to be teaching at the Yarn Bowl, so I can't go. But if you are a cricket user, it would be a fun weekend away where you can get some good tips. Kim says, washi setting, double cut. All right, I will check that. I've got brand new blades in, John. It shouldn't be the blade. I mean, it shouldn't. Kim says, I'm not running a retreat. Well, Kim, you are running the retreat. Or you just, you could be right. Leonie might be running the retreat and you've been requested to attend as, I'm not going to say instructor. You're going to retreat where you'll be floating around answering questions. Okay. So if you've got pain points for your cricket, this is a good retreat to go to because there'll be somebody there who, if she doesn't know the answers, will know how to help you find the answers. So, how's that? Is that a good way to describe it, Kim? My biggest problem, and it's something Kim can't help with, is creativity and that side of it. Like, I'm getting the technical side okay for the most part, but I forgot to change to grey. Hang on. Change to grey, change to grey. If I did it at the start, I've got to do it all the way through. Change to grey. All right, hang on. There we go. Bing. This is coming out quite quickly, I would say. Look at that. And it's so squishy. Squish, squish, squish. It's going to be good. So I'm using the 5mm hook with a 10 ply Finch cotton. If you're not me and you crochet much tighter than me, I would recommend a 5.5 or a 6mm. Usually would be my suggestion. But I crochet fairly loosely, so I make allowances for that. So I'm using a 5mm. Like cutting fine text on a washi setting. Yeah. Kim is going to be Casper, the cricket ghost. So I've got some exciting things coming with the Fiberific retreat. We're getting some sponsors on board to put into the goodie bags and for our quiz night. We'll have some fun prizes and it's just exciting. I'm just excited about the whole thing. I'm excited to get to spend time with you all. I'm really hoping that everyone who's traveling up can still travel up. It'll just be fun. It'll just be fun. I could come for the Saturday. I could come for the Saturday, possibly. Because that would be fun. What was that? Queensland Victoria border is closing again. Did they say for how long? Just out of curiosity. He might not want to leave though, and that's the problem. And it's a long way to go for a day trip, personally, I think. So yeah, I can see like I've got a Zoomer chat, and some of the girls from the Zoomer chat are in the chat, and they're sending through photos of nails. So I'm like trying not to get sidetracked. Don't look, Chantel. Don't look. We are plowing through this. Wouldn't it be nice if it was just about finished by the end of this stream? It's not going to happen, but it'd be pretty cool. So does anyone have any questions about Project for Awesome or about our prize pack for Instagram or anything like that? Throw it in the chat and let me try and help. They're really pretty nails. Talia, you're not helping. Honestly, I'm not looking right now. I'll look later when I'm having my lunch. So today, after live stream, I'm going to have my YouFoods lunch, not a sponsor. Hey, YouFoods, if you ever want to sponsor me, you and T2, you could totes help out. I have my YouFoods lunch and check all these messages and then come back into the shack and get all the orders ready. Then go to the post office, then pick Abby up from school, then bring her home and take her to work, then collapse for a little while, and make something for dinner. I don't know what I'm going to make. Oh, I know what I'm going to make. We're making tacos. I forgot about that. Having tacos for dinner. And then, yeah, that's my goal. And then tomorrow morning, we're doing the nails, and then I've got a video call, and then do the new photos for the Tunisian washcloths. So, yay. It's seafoam. What's seafoam? We're having sushi. I love sushi. Sushi would be good. Kelly Pole has a request. Would love to know what people think about the Knit Pro crochet hooks and how they compare to Clover and more. So the Knit Pro hooks, they are they the all timber ones, or are they the have they got some sort of soft grip handle? Chintamani, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. That's going to go towards a coffee, I think. That looks amazing. Freaky Geek says, I've heard of Taco Tuesday, but not Taco Thursday. Yeah. I'm just having a quick read about the border closure. Okay. All right. Appreciate you grabbing that for us. Yeah. Spanichick has an opinion. She said the Knit Pro waves feel cheap compared to the Clover Amours. The grip isn't as squishy and the finish is not as nice. I haven't used the Knit Pros to compare, so I've got no opinion. Lisa likes Taco Friday. Kelly says it's more about the metal part. Clover changed to plastic in the larger sizes. They do, but it's still a very nice plastic, I have to say. I hate plastic crochet hooks. Like, I hate plastic crochet hooks. But the Clover ones, they don't have any seams or joins. There's nothing grippy. There's nothing bad. So I've got no problems with them. That, and I don't often use a hook that's 6mm or larger, which is where their plastic kicks in. So, being identified by the Victorian, whether they are required to get tested and to notify them that it's okay. Oh, so many things. So much stuff. There's one thing I like about the Knit Pro timber hooks is that the tip of the point is pretty pointy. and I love that for some projects. Yeah, I've used the Lightpro timber hooks. I don't mind them. I think, and the Schema timber hooks, they're nice. I personally do prefer a metal head hook, but in the Schema timber hooks, that's a nice one. They're also pretty. Like, they are. They're legit pretty. Gotta change to the pink at the end of the row. Change. Oh, did I not carry it again? Because I'm a Gumby. Yes, I am. You do need pointy for Tunisian as a general rule. Yeah, the clovers are, not clover, the Chaogus are a bit pointy, but I don't know if they're probably pointy enough for some Tunisian projects. I have no problems with this particular project. But if you were really trying to dig into a tight spot there, it might be a bit tricky. You might have to get something else out in there to make the gap larger for the hook. I love grey with colours, like all the colours with grey. All the colours, all the colours, all the colours. Oh, pink change every time. Change to the pink. Does Fiberific take Spotlight vouchers for payment? No, it does not. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. I'm trying to be clear. Trying to be very clear. The answer is no. I love my Lightpro Tunisian hooks. They're so pretty and light. Yes, they are. You should be able to do like a deal. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just trying to think, is there anything I need at Spotlight? Possibly. There's possibly something I need at Spotlight. I mean, it's Spotlight and it's fabric and Cricut vinyl. I don't need any more Cricut tools for a little while, I don't think. I need some tips. There's some Cricut tips. I don't know. I can't afford the Tunisian hooks without paying in vouchers. Fair enough. Having a fabric sale, just saying, don't tell me that. John says I bought the cheapo Tunisian hooks from Amazon because they're long and I have man hands. Yeah, I mean, I get it. But I bought some cheapo ones from eBay many long times ago, and it put me off Tunisian for years. I thought that's what they were like, and I didn't like it. And then I got something else and was just like, ooh, hang on. Totally sucked into what I'm doing here, sorry. Don't get out, that's my Cricut tip. You're on a roll, do it. Lol. You're a bad influence, Kim. Total bad influence. But in a good way. Is that even a thing? Being a bad influence, but in a good way? Because that I think is the perfect definition of Kim. The good bad influence. She's a good bad influence. I love you ladies for helping me. Hey, we do what we can do, hey? It's our goal, is to do what we can do. Okay. Oh, did I do one? Yeah, I did. Sometimes, because when I'm doing the face washes, I don't do the one at the start. I do the two all the way through because I don't want the extra step. But because I've been doing that one so much, I keep forgetting sometimes that when I'm doing normal crochet, a normal Tunisian, I do want the one at the start, not the two. I know I'm rambling. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about probably. Kim is the cricket tipper. Goodness me. You tip people over the edge to buy crickets? Is that what you're saying? Or you just walk around knocking people's crickets over? Like cow tipping? I'm confused now. I'm legit confused. Alright. I think we're probably close to halfway done on this. So I'm going to put it down. My hand needs a little break. It's a little stiff going through this. So I just change over to the grey so I don't forget. And bodge it up and trashify it. Yes, there we go. We'll do that. Bam, said the lady. Bam. The thing I find with Tunisian, it's a little like when you're doing color work changes, and it's just like, I'll just do this next bit. I'll just get this next color finished. I'll just do this, but in a larger scale. So here we go. This is where we're at so far. What do you guys think? It's making a really cute washer. It's going to have really nice texture, and it's just a simple stitch. Carry the color. Look, I've turned it over. You can see how trash it is, but what I'm going to do is when I go in and join on the border, I'm going to pull the pieces that I haven't carried properly in to join the border. Can I ask why you're not casting off when color changing? Because I don't want to weave in all those ends. So I'm just carrying the colors up the side. So hang on, I'll just flip it around here. So I've currently got the grey over here, and then the pinks here, and I'm just carrying the colors up the sides. And what I'm going to do is when I'm joining on to do the border, I am just going to peel these pinks over, just pull them over a little, just so that they're not as blatantly obvious that I forgot to carry them. Yeah. You've never seen carrying the colour before? Oh, there you go. You've learnt a thing. I love carrying the colour because it just makes it so much easier at the end. So at the end, I'll have the grey one here to weave in, the pink one here to weave in, and then the same on the other end. Unless there's knots or something, and then I have to do another join in the middle somewhere. But yeah, carrying the colour is the bomb diggity. If you remember to carry it properly, which I'm not, I need to point out, I am not carrying it correctly. But because I know I'm going to be adding just a little border onto the edge, I know I can pull it over so that it's not so obvious. But if I wasn't doing a border, I would want to be more cautious with how I was carrying it and twist the yarns up the sides so they actually carried through the very edge a bit more. So yeah. This is mind-blowing. Oh, I'm glad we could help, Lisa. It's good when we can help with something. It's our goal. So, does anybody else do much Tunisian work? And would you like me to, what I'm considering doing, okay, I'm gonna throw something out into the ether. I've got a whole pile of new videos that I'm going to be bringing up. So I'm going to go like this. Back to it with serious cat. So I got a whole pile of videos that I'm shooting and that I'll be releasing. They're not replacing the live streams, but they'll come out on a different day of the week. Now, I've got some beginner knitting and some beginner crochet tutorials way back years old ago. And I am wanting to do some more things and working on this right now. It's not on my list. Tunisian's not on my list. And so I want to know, would you be interested in me running some videos, so like close up, hands down, proper tutorials on how to do some Tunisian stitches And the other thing, and this is aimed more at the Patreons, I have my workshop ones that I do that I normally only teach live in person for workshops. But what I wanted to be able to do was make videos that the people who attend my workshops only have access to, but as Patreons you would also have access to. How does that sound? I'll probably make it a particular Patreon level and above, like a $5 and above level to have access to the workshop classes. But would that be something that sounds good? Like, it just, you know, I'm spitballing here, people. So tell me what you think. Kim wants 3-color, 3-color, 3-color. Yes, please, Tunisian tutorials. Kim says like at the idea. John says I do simple Tunisian. I haven't played with other stitches. I did the one with the V's when I made the baby washcloth. Yeah, there's so many Tunisian stitches, honestly. I'm sure that's lots of people who would be interested in the Tunisian. I think it is. As for the Patreon, that sounds good. What do you guys think? So I've got a few different types of workshops that I would slowly add into a workshop. That would be unlisted videos that you cannot see unless you have a link. So unless you are a Patreon member of a certain level, you would not have access. Would that be annoying? I really like and find helpful your product reviews. Just an aside, there's more of those coming. They're on the list, just so you know, Kelly. And just not even just like specifically like knitting and crochet, but the different things that I use in my knitting and crochet journey as well. Which I'll be testing those out and seeing how I feel about them, about the ones that are a little outside, things like good lights and stuff like that, because we all need a good light. I think everybody needs a decent set of little scales. So yeah. Kim says, so long as I have access, I don't care if you restrict it. Jim says, so John says, I'm not a patron, so that'd be annoying. You could do Zoom classes. I could do Zoom classes, absolutely. Lots and lots of options. Lots and lots of options. So that's good to know. Is there anybody who wasn't here at the start who wants to see the bag that I've finished? How to frame photos. Yes, that's a big one. How to get decent photos. How to light your photos for your crafting journeys, to take a good photo to share it to your family and friends. How to take photos with your phone, because you don't need a proper legit camera to do a lot of that stuff. Yeah. I was here and I want to see the bag. Make them suffer for being late. I'm not going to do that. So first bag is this one here. I did take a liberty and I added a zip to the other pocket side, so I had to choose the zip color and the zip by myself. So, you know, that's, you know, fill it with things. And then in here there's just lots of room for yarn and projects. There's no pockets on the inside, they're all on the outside. So yes, this is the first one. The second one is cut out and waiting for me to sew it. So all its bits are there waiting. It's going to be a bit different. It's going to have a different pocket. When my daughter was born, those owls were everywhere. Yeah, these owls are all over the place. I got them a while ago from a friend's D-stash, I think. Or did I buy the owls? I have a couple of meters of it. I don't know. And then we've got our cork gusset. So my first time ever sewing with cork. That's fun. I like it. Turns out I like it a lot. So this is going to be part of the prize. So once the second bag's finished, I'll get the photos and put it straight on Instagram. I won't wait for another live stream, unless of course it's not finished in time for another live stream, but my goal is to get it up on Instagram as fast as possible. And then what you'll need to do is choose which bag you like the best, and that's you'll need to share with your friends. So you have to like Fiberific on Instagram, like and follow. And then you'll need to share a friend. So you need to put a little @name and an Instagram friend so they highlight. And that's how you enter. And then the winner will choose between this bag and the spotty bag. They will also choose a skein of yarn. So they get to choose either this blue one or the pinky one. And then they don't need to choose, but they get a packet of obsidian blinglets and also a packet of clover stitch markers. Also, which I don't have out here, but Kylie, who is Little Moo Designs, loves what we've been doing here, and she has given me a little thing to poke in as well. So it's a little tassel kit to make your own tassel, and some little clips and stuff. So it's a little bit of an extra thing to poke into the bag. So yeah, it's going to be so cool. Sally chooses the pink yard. Thank you. There you go, Sally. No problems. Merry Christmas. No. So, and then we'll run that for, I have to look at it, but like a week or two, so that it can get shared around a bit, hopefully. And yeah, that'll be the prize. And then I will keep the other bag for myself because I like them both. I got no problems with whichever one. I'll just keep it. So maybe you should make the things to add to the bag in case the person who wins isn't a sewer. The only thing that comes is not a sewing project. You just cut it and glue it and poke it in a thing. So I think they could do it. So yeah, so we've got lots of things going. I should just, I'm right close to the end. I should just finish it. I think the postman's going past. I think someone moved in next door finally, by the way. At least they're putting lights on at night. I think there's someone who's living there. They're very quiet. I like that. But are you going to use the cork so it's matchy? No, I'm going to use whatever she has supplied in the kit. She has supplied a full little kit, so I'll get whatever the kit is. It may not go with this bag, it might go with a different bag. So, yeah. Kim's washing machine keeps lying to her. Like, is it telling you the clothes are clean and they're just not? Where are we at? So yeah, so that's the goal. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have our Instagram thing, and then you've got your yarn. We're going to have the Project for Awesome thing, which is on this weekend, you guys, 12th to 14th US time, so you'll need to convert that for Australian times. There is an Australian YouTuber contingent that will be running I think it's a 4-hour section or a 3-hour section or something. It's all, and Chopper, our friend Chopper, will be there. He's hosting that. So that will be amazing also. I'm just so excited. There's so much stuff going on. It was so quiet for so long, and now we've got retreats and conferences. We do have one piece of bad news, everybody. So I received an email notification yesterday that Redlands Open Day has been cancelled for this year. They are concerned at how they will be able to maintain social distancing in that small environment, and so they have decided that for this year they'll push it off, so they're not going to do it. Can I pop a link for that somewhere? Are you talking about Project for Awesome or for Crochet Guild Australia? So I will make sure that there's links for all of the above over in the fun zone. So if you're not a member of the Fiberific fun zone, then you should go and join. It's a great place just to continue our conversations that we have here. You can check out the links. Everyone can put up their own crafts because you can add photos of your own work, which is great as well. So if you are not a member of the Fiberific fun zone, as Kim would say, why not? So where are we here? For the simple stitch close. On the way back, you pull through the first one and then you pull through 2 all the way back. That's right. Lisa says, oh, I'm a member. That's good. Glad you are. Actually, before I forget, I'll bring up the pink and carry it like a proper person would. Carry the pink. For someone who wasn't going to keep going with this, I've kept going. Right? Why not? Why? Why not? Why? Kim has popped in links for Project for Awesome, so that is awesome. Thank you, Kim. So there will be 5 skeins of a custom exclusive colorway that I've donated of the Fiberific sock yarn that's going to Project for Awesome. It'll be listed as one of the perks. So yeah, it will be fun. It will be fun. I'll be watching live on when they're on at least the Australian contingent, but sometimes they get some, like, because they basically, Hank and John Green do host sections of it, but they have all amazing YouTubers from all around the world hosting bits of it. It's great. I love it. It's so much fun, and some of it's silly fun too, which is totally not me. I couldn't just see what she was doing. It looked like she was going through one thing. Oh, sorry. Hang on. I will drop back to double. There you go. So when I'm doing a forward pass at the moment, so I'm just picking up my loops. So just bear with me while I get to the end, and then I will show you what I'm doing. I'll try and hold my hands up high because this camera rig's not set up for like proper tutorial setup. This is different to how I would set it up for our tutorials going forward. Similar, but not quite the same. So I'm nearly at the end, so I'm just forward passing, which is just, I'm just slipping in at the front and dropping a loop over and pulling that through all the way to the end. And then right at the very end, I go through 2 loops. Okay, then I yarn over, draw through 1 loop, then yarn over and draw through 2 loops, and then I draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, all the way back to the end. So yeah, that's what I do. Did that help? How do you prevent curling in Tunisian? Loose tension. I don't do my Tunisian tightly, and I just make sure it's soft and loose, because if you look at that, that's curling now, but once it's got more weight to it, it stops. So also it's a face washer, so I don't care that much really, but yeah, loose tension, if you make it too tight it will curl over, but if you don't make it too tight then it's generally pretty fine. John says curling is a feature, and as we all know, John has death grip. Kim's suggesting a border or a moss stitch border if you're doing it all in one piece. Yep, borders work as well. You sort of treat it the same way as, like, because for some people, garter, is it garter that pearls? Pearls. Curls. And so you just got to put a border on it or go looser tension. For me, I normally just, because it's a face washer and it's not clothing, it doesn't need to, you know, be all that. Hang on, I just need to, my grey yarn is twisted around and I would like to fix that. Thanks very much. All right. Okay, because I'm still going. Stockinette. Thank you. It's stockinette that curls. My brain just, I knew one of them curled and my brain just went, pff, knitting curls. Yes, it does. Knitting pearls. Blocking helps. Absolutely. As I said, though, I don't bother blocking face washers. I'm like, peg it to the clothesline and throw it in the cupboard, and I'm pretty rough. Is it garter that pearls needs to be on a t-shirt? Oh, John, I'm not going to live that one down, am I? I'm really not. Oh, dear. So we've got, I'm going to get to the end of this row And if you've got any more questions for me, let me know. We've talked about lots of different things in today's live chat. No? No questions? Well, I would hazard a guess that we've gotten to around halfway of this particular Tunisian. I will get it finished and I'll get it onto Instagram. You guys can see it. But is that a French swallow or a South American swallow, John? Or is it English swallow and South American? I can't remember. Which kind of swallow? Oh, I caught it. Hang on. Let me just... I just realised, why is it so hard to see? Okay. Bam. Okay. Alrighty. This is where we're at. We've done really well, I think. I respect your reality and substitute my own. Goodness me. All right, my friends, as African or European, thank you. I knew it was something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I should sit down and watch it this afternoon. Oops. So thank you, everybody who's jumped into the live stream today. I really appreciate you spending your time with me, as you do every week. It's a little humbling every time that it happens. So thank you for that. I will see you all here next week for live stream, but keep an eye over in the fun zone and on the Instagram page. And yeah, I'm trying to shake things up a little bit and trial some different things out. And new videos should be available soon, but you know, not yet, but soon. And I will catch you all. Yeah, I did. I saw the clock. And I'll catch you all next time. I hope you have a fantastic week and look after yourselves and look after your loved ones. Bye.